Intercepted Dominion transmissions indicate the Zerg swarm has been split into factions. Part of the swarm is on Char, under the command of a broodmother named Sagara. She is fighting a running battle against General Warfield's Dominion forces. Organisms detected.
That's why I'm here. They'll either accept me as their queen, or I'll start killing them one by one until they do. What are you?
I am Isha. Your Majesty used to store all her ideas, thoughts, and plans within me. Do you not remember?
Yes, I do remember you. More importantly, you remember me.
You are the Queen of Blades. I obey.
Perfect. Summon the swarm and prepare to move on Core Hall.
The swarm is in disarray and will not answer your call. Most Zerg on Char are under the command of Broodmother Sagara. She seeks to create her own swarm. While she lives, the swarm will be divided.
Not for long it won't. Take us down to the surface.
Let's go to the Evo pit, meet Abathur.
What are you?
Abathur. Evolve swarm, spin strands and sequences. Served Overmind, then served Queen of Blades. Now serve you.
I am the Queen of Blades.
Different. Examining genetic strands, Queen of Blades was efficient, ancient Zerg qualities, minor Terran influence. You, infected with more Terran matter, grasper limb poorly designed, can improve. We'll give it back better.
Don't touch me.
Only focus is evolving the swarm. Seek perfection in all things. Work in Evolution Pit. Can review my work here. Evolved Zerglings much more efficient in battle. Organism can be upgraded. 3 distinct mutations available.
Pretty easy. You just always go with Zergling speed.
One of your brood mothers, Zagara, refuses to acknowledge that you are the Queen of Blades. Before you can reclaim Char from the Terrans, you will need to bring her brood back into the fold.
Alright, let's go fight Zagara.
Zagara's brood is currently huddled in Char's acid marsh, where you stored millions of eggs for future use. From the location of her hive cluster, it appears Zagara intends to gather as many eggs as she can.
She's trying to build an army. But how will she hatch the eggs?
She can place them in a birthing pond to quicken. I have located our hive cluster near one such pond.
Then I'll collect enough eggs to spawn an army and destroy Zagara.
So this one we should be able to do all of the objectives on. It's pretty straightforward. Definitely don't need gas income right now.
You are not the Queen of Blades. You are a weak and pathetic Terran creature. Leave Char while you can. These eggs and the swarm belong to me.
Going.
So even if you come here as the Queen of Blades, she still says you are not the Queen of Blades.
This baneling nest is ready to
And
hatch
that leads me to
immediately.
believe that you should come here before you turn into the Queen of Blades.
Nothing stands in my way.
Zagara has drawn the attention of some feral banelings. They are attacking her. Zagara has deep tunneled back to her base to recover her strength. She will return.
Banelings very useful. Morph from Zerglings. Any Zergling can morph to Baneling.
The swarm hungers.
So I don't really care about collecting eggs. What we want to do is keep Zagara from collecting any.
There are more eggs nearby. Nothing stands in my way.
The easiest way to do that is to push straight up.
I can sense the unhatched eggs. Now I just have to get them before Zagara. Push ahead. I sense more eggs here.
And we can set the rally point for this up to there. Like I said, really not worried about getting...
Defeat me 1,000 times, and I will always return.
Not really worried about getting eggs. Really worried about getting our base maxed out. We need to get this secondary base down here as soon as possible. Need to get a bunch of Zerglings up here.
Who asked you? The swarm hungers. Let's get...
Eventually she'll send a massive wave of Zerglings. We need to have Zerglings prepared for that. Definitely still want a second base even though we get an expansion.
The swarm
Expansion's not really worthwhile until... Alright, we can go get the expansion now. She's dead for now, so we can... Well, she's not dead. She's not on the map, though. She's not someone we have to fight for now. So we can go work on our expansion.
Who asked? What is it now?
Warning. A wave of Zerglings is approaching our hive cluster.
You have my attention.
We're gonna create some banelings real quick. So that's the easiest way to deal with this.
Let's get this over with. Get going.
And move our way back
Nothing
right on up
stands in my
to
way.
our position. Now, we can go and take this base again.
We require more minerals. We require
Banelings are pretty useful as this mission progresses. I'm actually used to doing this with lurkers already,
powerful enough to kill me.
so it's a little bit of a different story once you have lurkers, but
We require more.
with the army with the units we have now, we can still do exactly what I'd normally do. We just have to keep our army up here to take out Zagara every time she comes out.
We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals.
Yes?
Sorry, wanted to make sure I had the right stuff up on my screen for my stream. Alright,
No, this cannot be.
We found several infested Terran structures nearby. They seem to be of interest to the feral Zerg.
I'll destroy them if I get a chance. Who asked you?
we'll get the chance. We're just gonna keep, for now, we're just gonna keep killing Zagara until we have our upgraded lings and everything, and then we'll actually end up beating this without getting the eggs. and without letting Zagara collect 100 eggs. Because really, if you send in a bunch of swarm queens
We require more minerals.
and a bunch of banelings, you can't really lose.
We require more minerals.
Who asked you? This world is mine.
I have returned, and now you shall pay. We require more minerals. We require more
Mineral
minerals.
income is really slow at the start until we get our bases maxed, but we also need to be
Yes?
careful because we need enough
Push ahead.
Unacceptable.
Zerglings and such to hold Zagara in her base.
We require. We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals.
Let's get this over with.
We may run into a small issue where
There's not.
I never really die.
we run out of minerals.
I am the swarm.
Let's get.
We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals.
But that should be a non-issue so long as we get our upgrades before we push in and take out Zagara's base.
We require more minerals.
We want to get all of our drones maxed out because it's really rough not having
More over. We require
your base
more
maxed
minerals.
in this. It's just so hard to actually deal with Zagara without a fully maxed base.
Unacceptable command.
We're gonna go ahead and take our queens and do this. And then pull back. And what we can do with that is we can now spread creep from where we're at up top.
I have returned, and now you shall pay. We require more minerals.
This world is mine.
So more overload.
After we take out Zagara this time, we're gonna go down and take out this command center here. Oh, rude.
We require more minerals.
Need more overlords.
Speak quickly. You have my attention. Let's get this over with. There's not much time. Out with it.
Wow. And I just T-clicked on one of my own.
Never really die. I am the swarm.
Alright. Accidentally just attacked one of my own creep
We have
tumors.
met the enemy in combat. Let's get this over with. What is it now? Speak quickly. There's not much time.
Our forces are under attack. We require more minerals.
We destroyed one of the infested Terran structures. One more remains.
Complete.
Alright, we're gonna go take out Zagara again.
You cannot stop me. Unacceptable command.
Did you miss me?
Unacceptable command.
Yes?
would certainly be nice if we could spawn more larvae with Queen.
Yes?
Alright. We'll go in here next, take out that one, and then we'll go around with just Kerrigan and collect all of the baneling nests. No, we'll probably clear the whole top left side of the map.
The swarm never rests.
You will pay for this.
Yeah, she's getting work. Easy peasy.
This world is mine.
There's a couple spots on the map that we have to worry about with a bunch of Zerglings because they have
the last infested Terran structure.
Push ahead, yes? Let's get this over with. Swarm hungers.
it has infestors, and infestors will easily wipe a large group of Zerglings quickly.
Get going. Swarm hungers. Out with it.
Oh.
Who asked you? Yes.
This is actually one of them right here.
This world is mine.
Oh, mine? No, it's not. It's down here.
Defeat me 1,000 times, and I will always return.
Alright. Oh yeah, it's right down here that we have an infestor. That's exactly where it is.
Push ahead. Who asked you?
I'm gonna keep moving around with Kerrigan because she can do a lot of damage on her own without the help of Zerg, and the Zerg can definitely take out
This world is mine.
Sagara without too much of an issue, especially now that we have as much as we do.
Speak quickly. Nothing stands in my way.
Yeah.
We have met the enemy in combat. What is it now? Get going.
You kill me with minions?
Now she gets salty.
At least fight me yourself.
Let's get this over with. Nothing stands in my way. Who asked you?
We're gonna move Kerrigan in
The
because
swarm never rests. Out with
there we
it.
go. Now we can send everyone else in.
The swarm hungers. Let's get this over
That's
with.
where one of the infestors is. That
Nothing. Who asked? You
you
have
don't
my
really want
attention.
to fight with just Kerrigan.
Get going.
We're gonna actually go up
This
here,
world
and
is
we're gonna
mine.
move down to the right from there. Actually,
Who asked you?
that's fine. Like I said, you eventually run out of
Nothing
minerals
stands in
at
my
your
way.
at your starting
with it.
location. So,
The swarm never rests.
as promised,
get
it was
this over
inevitably going to happen.
I have returned, and now you shall pay.
The swarm never rests.
Any second now, Zagara is gonna move out.
Nothing stands in my way. The swarm hungers.
Before then, oh well, I wanted to get another baneling nest, but I thought it was up there. It's not. It's down here. Baneling nest, baneling nest.
Out with it.
That should be all of them. 1, 2. That one. That one. I think that's all of them. We'll check after we fight Zagara this time.
What is it now? The swarm never rests. Speak quickly. Push it.
I never really die. I am the swarm.
Push ahead. Yes? This world is mine. There's not much time. The swarm hungers.
You can even do this mission without Kerrigan ever picking up a single egg.
The swarm never rests. Move quickly.
A little bit more of a challenge, just because like you're trying to dodge eggs instead of just trying to not let Zagara pick them up.
Who asked you? Yes?
We require more minerals.
Out with it.
We definitely require more
You have
minerals.
hatched all of the baneling nests. Now it only remains to recover all the dormant eggs.
Yeah. Which?
Mineral field. Did you think you were rid of me?
No, I didn't, Zagara.
Let's get this over with. There's not much time.
We really actually just need more queens, so I'm gonna keep building queens until further notice.
Mineral field. Depleted.
It's gonna be
We require more.
we're gonna run out of minerals before we max our army for sure, which is fine. I mean, worst case scenario, I have to go around and collect eggs before Zagara can.
Push ahead.
It will not stop me.
It's obviously a lot easier to clear out Zagara if you have hydras and roaches, so this is gonna be a bit of a queen show, because there is a lot of air units in their base.
We require more minerals.
Banelings are exceptionally valuable, but also rather expensive to just mass for this final fight. So we're not going to do that.
We require more minerals. We require more minerals.
About that time, though, to move in before, really before nothing. I don't know that she actually keeps building up troops or anything.
More minerals. Did you think you were rid
But
of
as
me?
soon as we're out of minerals, we'll go in. We're basically there.
We require more minerals. Mineral field depleted.
Because I want to take these drones in with me. There's no point in not taking. I mean, they're not much DPS, but if nothing else, they're a good meat shield.
Depleted. We require more minerals.
Yeah, we're gonna get one more set of Zerglings. Could actually just pull them now. I'm actually gonna pull all my drones because there's no point in continuing to harvest Vespine either.
Our forces are under attack.
Yes? Nothing stands in my way.
I never really
All right.
die. I am the swarm.
I want all of our drones to just go in and attack.
Out with it.
And everyone else is just gonna follow. Yeah. See, like I said, great meat shields. If worst comes to worst, then I will enter in a base race with Zagara.
You have my... Let's get this over with.
It's a bit of a race to see who can get more
The swarm
eggs.
never rests. Who asked you?
But there really shouldn't be a need for that. It looks like my units are taking care of the
There's not much
bases.
time.
You just don't want to go in too early because, as you can see, like, she has a lot in here.
Speak quickly.
And if you go in with too little, you won't have the minerals necessary to actually take out her base.
You have my attention.
Like, it took almost everything we had to do this. Like, obviously I had a ton of queens, so the queens healing themselves and each other was
Swarm
huge.
hungers. There's not much time. You have my attention.
Yeah, that should be the end. Once you take out Zagara's hatcheries, she gives up.
This world is mine. Kill her.
I only did as you instructed, my queen.
Hold. I told you to rebel against me.
You told all your brood mothers to be strong, to fight, to conquer. You said the Zerg lead by force of will. Your will is strongest, and I shall serve you.
I will let you live, Zagara. I want to rebuild the swarm, and you are a part of that plan.
You are my queen.
Yeah, I just feel like all the interactions between Kerrigan and Zagara really point to her being there before she's turned back into the Queen of Blades.
Zagara is here to serve your will.
Tell me, Zagara, how would you drive the Terrans from this world?
I would obliterate their fortress on the Dauntless Plateau. But the only way to reach it is through the Bone Trench. Be warned, the Terrans flooded our tunnels with lava. We will be exposed on the surface until we reach the plateau.
That doesn't concern me. Warfield has no idea what he's up against.
But what of the Zelnaga artifact? Could the Terrans still possess it?
They might, but I know it's not here on Char. It's no threat to us.